I know that you guys on Twitch and Kick can see me. Yay. Okay, I fixed YouTube. Woo! Here we go! On an adventure. Every single fucking time now. I should have never remembered the Thingamajigger song. Hey, PDG. Good to see ya. Happy Mir Moyer. Saturday. Happy Saturday. Was just reading your Fortnite comment. Honestly, What the fuck was that noise? Honestly, I'm kind of shocked. I, didn't even realize Fortnite... I saw a thing. Are the skins that bad? I mean, for a kid's game, one of the bikinis girls got underboob. Full-on underboob. I'm like, if I was a 10-year-old boy, that's Gooner content. It's not as bad as Marvel Rivals, don't get me wrong. But I'm like, where are the parents on this one? Because literally Fortnite has come out and said that they made these skins because they are not making as much money as the other games. So they're taking after, Marvel Rivals. Bro, they literally make Gooner skins. Marvel Rivals' whole premise is having Gooner skins. Fortnite is PG-13, yes, which is also why I'm I think at this point it's sexualized enough that it should be age ranked to 16. PG-13 is yeah, it's kind of a gray area, but at the same time too, we do know that a lot of people's 7-year-olds and 8-year-olds, which that is 100% on the parents, but I'm if Fortnite is going to make this change, then they should at least be 16 plus, I feel like. Marvel Rivals is 18 plus, and the only reason for that is their sexy skins. Unless I'm crazy and it's 16 plus, but still. No, see, and that's what a lot of people are saying. That's crazy, which is ridiculous. There is a difference between going to a public pool or beach with your friends and family versus being a kid playing a video game where the skin you're looking at is a half-naked man or woman. That's what everyone's saying online, and honestly, I'm surprised that people don't realize how this is literally predatory. This is literally predatory. Fortnite knows most of their population playing is younger than 13, and they're going to have half-naked men and women based off of the Gooner skins from Marvel Rivals in order to get more people to buy their stuff when they know their market is children, and the people running Fortnite are literally linked to pedophiles. And Epstein was playing Fortnite with children, okay? And nothing was done about any of that. So, straight up, Fortnite is predatory and preying on children. And the thing is when I go to a public beach or to a pool, I don't wear a skimpy little fucking, bikini. I like to cover myself up because I don't like to be overly exposed in front of children and families, okay? Society as a whole has a problem with over-sexualizing shit in general. And also, too, here's the thing. They're literally using porn bodies. They are basing these characters' bodies, Marvel Rivals and, these characters, we know that they're just hyper-sexualized. It's not like they're just taking normal people's bodies. They're taking bodies that literally look like male porn stars and female porn stars. And it's not like you just have, you could make swimsuits that are full-body swimsuits. But here's Poison Ivy's skin. And then tell me, would you be okay having your 13-year-old son play this game? Because I wouldn't. Oh, where the fuck is it? Are you kidding me? And now they're not even going to show it? Huh, that's crazy. Where the fuck is it? Are you kidding me? It's literally everywhere. And then when you go to type it in specifically, they don't. The thing is Fortnite, if you want to do that, stop appealing to children. If you want to go full Gooner, like Marvel Rivals, then go full Gooner. But you absolutely have no right doing that when everyone knows that you are catering towards a child's audience. It's concerning. And it's even more disturbing that people don't realize that there should be a line between hypersexualized characters and children. It's not about the swimwear. You literally could make a full-piece swimsuit. They literally make swimsuit cover-ups. They literally make rash guards for surfers. It's all still swimwear. It's just not hypersexualized. It is literally normalizing this shit for younger and younger people to push them into hypersexuality and to destroy people of ever having hopes of actually like having families and having relationships and respecting each gender and not just constantly having it be filtered through sex and sexy. Like, look at all the advertisements, look at all the games. Everything is hypersexualized, men and women. Why? Literally everything, and it's so normalized now, people don't even question it. When girls walk around in little string bikinis and stuff, no one questions it. No one says, oh, that's public nudity. That's bordering on public nudity. Literally, celebrities walk around naked, wearing a sheer dress, nothing covered, and that's not considered public nudity. Which, if you, like, nudity, whatever, you know, there shouldn't be anything inherently sexualized about nudity, but it is because we live in a fucking world and an agenda where they want everyone controlled by their fucking lust and controlled by their sins instead of actually just, like, being like, oh, that's a cute bikini or, oh, that's a cute outfit. It's fucked. And it's so obvious because, like, there's so many ways they could have styled it where it instantly isn't sexual, but they're still in a bikini, and it's not overly done. They've made, if I'm not mistaken, have they not had swimsuit characters on Fortnite before, but they were covered? They have Broadway Walk Ruby. They have that one, like, surfer girl in her outfit. And guess what? It's still swimwear. And guess what? Like, even in this Boardwalk Ruby, she literally is wearing, like, a beach cover on her bottoms. Like, there's nothing wrong with this skin here. There is nothing wrong with this skin here at all. Nothing sexualized. She's in a little top. She's got her shorts on. It doesn't even really need the rash guard thingy. Or even, like, this one. Like, she's, you know, she's, oh, I'm a rescue, whatever. But the ones that they have coming out now is insane. And someone also made another comment talking about the fact that Fortnite has literally banned certain emotes being used in combination because it's too, like, explicit or it's too, like, you know, questionable. So, I don't know. Personally, I just think it's kind of really fucked. And the thing is it's on the parents to decide what their kids consume, and it's on parents to speak up, being like, hey, what's happening? Hey, Luther, how are you? It's going all right. How's your Mir Moyer Saturday been going so far? We should ban kids from beach and swimming pools, according to Logic. Yeah, that's like 90% of what adults have been saying, which is really concerning because it is our job as adults to protect kids. They can't protect themselves, and it seems like even their parents aren't protecting them now. So Fortnite, change your settings so kids shouldn't be allowed to play it. Or else maybe lean away from making Gooner skins in a kid's game. That's just my hot take. Marvel Rivals is... Are you serious? No, it isn't. No, it isn't. If it is 12 and over, it's teen. It's 13. It's teen. It's 13 and up. Are you kidding me? I thought Marvel Rivals was 16 plus at least. Holy fuck, if you're letting your kid play Marvel Rivals, you're actually fucked. Wow, okay, I completely understand why this generation is cooked and why men look at women as products and why women sell themselves as products. Holy fuck. That's actually jarring. That's actually jarring because I genuinely thought that it was like 16 plus. I'm actually, the pedophiles have made their way so far into all our shit. This is up to the parents now. This is up to the fucking parents now. But nope, I haven't seen any parent talking on it. Just other people who don't have kids. Doo-doo Donkey! Oh my gosh, how have you been? I don't think so. Not anymore. All kids on Roblox anyways. Most. Roblox is also owned and ran by pedophiles. Literally, what the fuck are parents doing then? This is crazy. Can't support this shit at all. Bro got the stoner mom fit in today. Triggs, how are you? This is my favorite, the best of the best. Yeah, they know what they're doing. I'm surprised it took them so long. I just, they get people addicted to this stuff and then they fit in all the stuff that makes it like hypersexualized and like questionable. It's just, that's mind-blowing to me that those games are like 12 plus. and they're gonna have that in it. Like, where is the line? That sounds crazy, but it's like, I do think to an extent in kids game, like when I was growing up and I'd play kids games, yeah, there'd be some weird kids games I played, but like the female characters and the male characters weren't necessarily like super done up like that. I mean, the most questionable games I maybe played were like dress up games where when you took the people's clothes off, they were in their underwear. But it's not like they were in their underwear in a way to be like, oh, let me check that out. It's like you couldn't even see their ass. Their titties are just behind a bandage. Like, you know what I mean? It's so different now. I didn't even think about that either. But yeah, I guess there really, hey Mod, how are you? There really isn't anything in place to stop anyone from being able to access porn. It's just you can type it in and it pops up. Like, you can type big booty. Oh, there you go. As long as if there's no like child filters and stuff. That's actually, I didn't even fucking think about that. Holy fuck. Honestly, I cannot support Fortnite though, because it like makes me like, it's a company preying on children, and then when they're like, oh, we're not making enough money off the kids, okay, let's try to branch out and also get more adults paying for shit. I don't know. Kind of pisses me off though, because now I feel icky about it. You can just launch the game to show it. Nah, I'm not even gonna update it. I don't have it updated. I'm kind of on the fence about those skins. Gonna investigate. Didn't have the chance to play for it recently. Let me see if I can get them loaded up. I mean, people have been posting about them everywhere. But I can't find the fucking videos that I've seen, like, showing them. Oh, here's the Poison Ivy skin, by the way. This is the one that I'm referring to that I kind of have the most issue with. This one, yeah, it's got slits. It's trying to be a little bit sexy. This one isn't honestly too bad, but it's really just, you'll see what I mean. There's no need for underboob in a kid's game like this, okay? This, whatever. Is it a little bit? Yeah, a little bit. Poison Ivy, though. Why? And she is the most sexualized one, I would argue. Why do we have that much fucking underboob in a kid's game? Literally, if they just didn't have underboob, it would be like way more like, okay, yeah, no worries. And I understand that her character kind of does have that going on. Kids game. She does not need that much underboob. Her tits are out, man. Her tits are fucking out. Like, that's like almost nip. Like, what the fuck, actually? It would be a fine swimsuit if it covered her breasts. Like, and of course, this is the one that he goes all in on the outfits. Like this isn't even bad either. You know what I mean? Like, this is normal outfit. Like, it's not overly sexualized. It's just like, you know, this is just swimwear. That one's fine. I think the biggest issue is just their fucking Poison Ivy one being like, okay, yeah, titties. You can still have titties without it being like titties. You feel me? Maybe that's just me. And then, yeah, you can like, okay. It is, it's kind of weird. This is kind of weird, a little bit uncomfy. Not gonna lie, this one makes me a little bit uncomfy as well. Because, like, I mean, I guess it's a little bit harder. Like, he's clearly sexualized. But it is a little bit harder in the sense that, like, the most, like, horrific thing, I guess, when it comes to men's, like, sexualized skins is, like, if they have, like, a bulge going on. Do you know what I mean? Like, with Marvel Rivals and all that shit, talking about the bulge. Because it's like, oh, it's just a man shirtless. Oh, it's just a girl in a swimsuit. And I'm like, they're not terrible. My biggest issue is the fucking Poison Ivy one. Like, literally, even if it was just a little bit of side boob, that wouldn't be terrible. But what am I looking at? Not more harmful than a Barbie doll in a swimsuit. Okay, but as a little boy, are you going out of your way and playing Barbie? Like, that's different. Here's the thing. That's different. That is different. This is a game. This is a company. This is a corporation that is completely aware of what they're doing, and we know that we live in a society of trying to hypersexualize everyone. That is the issue. As a little boy, if you go and steal your sister's Barbie dolls and go and look at them naked, that's a you thing. That's a you thing. But in a video game, when they're gonna have jiggle physics and all this shit, and it's like literally her top looks like if that was IRL, you would move your arm and your whole fucking tit would fall out. That's crazy work. That's like actually crazy work. And like Barbie dolls are not created to be sexualized for women. And Barbie dolls, when you put a swimsuit on them, you can't have half their tit out. The top isn't going to stay on their boobs. It's not going to stay on their boobs. Like, Barbie dolls were not designed with the explicit intent of being hypersexualized for girls to play with, to be like, look at my naked Barbie doll. Versus, why was the Poison Ivy skin made? The intent behind it means a lot into the matter. The intent behind deciding it should go in a game for kids, and then promoting it heavily, is very different than being like, this is a naked woman's body in, like, Barbie form, but, like, we're not selling you a naked Barbie doll or a hypersexualized Barbie doll. You can choose to do that yourself, but the product wasn't necessarily created with that intent. Versus this product is created with that intent. It's not like you're taking it and you're being like, oh, I'm going to custom make this swimsuit mod or whatever. The developers themselves are just being like, put it out there. Which is the weird part. She can still have big boobies, and they can still be big boobies, but they can have a little less side boob at least. I mean, holy shit. If anyone is defending this being like, yeah, it's totally fine that my 12-year-old son plays as fucking bikini-ridden Poison Ivy on Fortnite, I'd be like, what? I'd be careful about what your son's consuming. I'd be like, seriously, there is so much evidence showing that, like, men and women, the more they consume hypersexualized content at a younger age and the longer it goes on for, the more literal brain damage is caused. Literal brain damage if you fucking watch porn, if you didn't know this. I'm someone who's strictly, like, I'm against all that. I don't watch that stuff because it's so bad for you. It's so bad for you. There's a difference between, like, reading stuff versus, like, having, like, it's, I don't know. Again, I think the biggest issue comes from the intent of the company knowing what they're doing. It doesn't matter the individual person, what they decide they want to do with that. It's like the intent of a company to be okay with wanting to do that and promote that on a platform where they know it's majorly kids that are majorly under the age of 13, even though it is 13 plus. So, I don't know. One emote jiggled the skin's boobs, see? And I just think, again, if it's 16 plus, whatever, no one cares. But when you have a game that you know mainly has mother freaking kids playing it, and, like, yeah, it is the parents', like, you know, choice, decision, whatever. At the same time, it is also the company's job, and we also know that this company doesn't give a fuck about pedophiles and has allowed pedophiles on their platform to play with children for years. Like, all of these things for kids are just used to fucking manipulate the kids. Like, don't let your kids do it. Don't do it. I didn't have the chance to play for it recently. Apparently one emote jiggled the skin's boobs. Woohoo in Sims? You don't see anything! And also, Sims is not a game that kids should be playing. Like, Sims is a game that, like, when you phase out of Barbies and you're, like, 13, 14, that's when you start playing The Sims. At least that's how it was for me, is I played Barbies, and then as I got a little bit older, I started playing The Sims, and then you get access to, like, all the real world shit. But at the same time, too, The Sims does woohoo relatively tastefully, I would say. But I don't think that game is intentionally or explicitly necessarily supposed to be marketed towards kids. I've always viewed Sims as the older kids' Barbies. You know what I mean? As the like, oh, Barbies are cringy now, but if you say you play The Sims, it's not. Like if you're in high school and you play The Sims, it's not weird. If you're in high school and you say you play Barbies still, people are going to be like, girl, why are you still playing with your Barbies? I think they're doing this to compete with GTA 6. I didn't even think about that, but I know GTA 6 is going crazy with their sex stuff too. Yeah, see, I just don't support any of it because the problem is we're already so hypersexualized in reality, like men and women and how we perceive and consume each other. Now all these video games, it's like everything's already been sexualized, but now they're like literally just not caring and blurring the lines between like porn and video games with GTA 6, not with Fortnite. But with GTA 6, there's stuff where it's like, oh, okay, I see what type of game they want to make this. In anticipation, since it's most likely going to be a gigantic hit and a rather chunk of the player base, we can't see Sequoia Bean. Okay, we got visual. Wait, Batman literally has nipples? For the longest time, Fortnite refused to put nipples even on male characters. Really? Wait, I didn't even think... What the... So, Then a Barbie doll in a swimsuit. The hilarious thing is that we're having the lowest birth rates. Well, that's what happens. No, that's what happens in a society. No, if you look into it, that's what happens in a hypersexualized society. No one has kids. No one has babies. No one has families. No one actually, like, everyone's lonelier. In a hypersexualized society, everyone's lonelier and having less sex. Fun fact, that's the downside of hypersexualizing everything. No one actually looks for intimate connection or for actual sex or to actually reproduce families. It's like a trend. It's happened before in history. Anytime a society becomes hypersexualized, it falls. It falls. Fun fact. Kind of crazy that's how it works. I think they're doing it because they see other games doing it and they just see commercial chance in it, which I mean is understandable, but also it's like, holy fuck, maybe not a kid's game no more, which for parents, this is going to be really hard because if this is crossing a line for you, like if I was a parent, this would be crossing a line for me. I'd be like, no more Fortnite. But if Fortnite is your kid's favorite game, imagine having to take that away from them. Especially with how addictive these games are. Imagine having to tell your child that they can no longer play, or that you're not comfortable with them playing Fortnite because of the direction that the company is deciding to go, and there's not really a safe option that you feel comfortable with your child playing. Which sounds really controlling or whatever, but I'm like, I just don't want my kids necessarily at a young age exposed to hypersexualized stuff. I didn't even know certain stuff existed in the world until I was 12 or 13, and then I was getting made fun of for not being aware of all this weird shit in the world like sex. And I was like, what the fuck do you mean? What is wrong with you people? Like, actually, it's kind of disturbing. I don't think we need to know so much about stuff at such a young age. Like, yes, we need to be aware and know about stuff for safety reasons. But, like, god damn, the intent is always making more money, which at a certain point when it's profit over, like, the betterment of society, what are we doing? What are we doing? There's nothing we can actually do about this other than stay away from it ourselves. That is true. That is true. My biggest thing is just like, where's the parents? In the past, parents have always come together and been able to make productive change for a lot of things. Parents don't do that anymore. That's what I've realized is everyone's in their own little world. Like when something would come up, parents would typically be the first people to come together being like, hey, what's happening with this? But now no one wants to be in the wrong. No one wants to be judged. Like parents don't come together and say, hey, what's happening with this now? It's just a whole bunch of random people on the internet being like, yo, what the fuck is happening right now? And then like, oh, I don't know, dude. It's weird. It's weird. I don't think sexuality is responsible for that. Hypersexualization? Hypersexualization? You don't think it's responsible for people not having sex and reproducing? Little tea time here. How an over-sexualized civilization has oh, fuck, when was it that it happened? tragic disconnect between men and women. The loneliest group of people are not the old, as many people think, but the 20-something young. No wonder, given the above, how do you try to explore love, friendship, and lifelong relationships in a context where gender wars, not to mention conventional wars, are raging, where gender norms are being rewritten at lightning? An over-sexualized yet sexless society. Society portrays aging as the death of intimacy, pushing the idea that passion has an expiration date. Wasn't it the fall of Babylon? Wasn't it the fall of Babylon? Sex took place in everyday situations, and free love and open sexuality weren't limited. Because, okay, here's my other thing. Sex is being weaponized. Sexuality is being weaponized. I've had this profound realization that because sex is a, like, exchange of energy, they are hijacking what sex is meant to be. I don't think there's anything wrong if we live in a society where people are just like connecting in those sort of ways and stuff. Like, I don't know how to word this shit, but I used to, because I was raised the way I was, I used to kind of be a bit of a prude and think sex was like a horrible thing. But now I realize sex is the most deepest connection you can ever possibly have to another human being. There is nothing more intimate in the world than sex, and they are hijacking that system. I do think we could live in a world where we treat sex how it's supposed to be treated, where it is a sacred thing, and it's not like I don't know how to word it. They're literally just hijacking and taking advantage of sex and turning it into a product when sex should not be a product. Sex is something that helps connect us and exchanges energy and allows us to be able to get to know people on a way that's like I don't know. It depends on what you believe in, I guess. But I think there is a lot of like spiritual stuff that comes with sleeping with someone and your baggage and their baggage and like things intermingling and things that you wouldn't even think about, which is why I think sex literally could save us, but at the same time too, it is being weaponized to attack us. Sex is being weaponized to attack us. I think we would live in a much better fucking society if porn and stuff didn't exist. But on the other hand, it wasn't like complete prudence or whatever. Like everyone's just like, oh my gosh, sex is really, really bad. But instead of consuming it through those means, you're understanding about it in a way about like how it's a sexual exchange of energy and how that energy affects you and others and how it can be healing and it can be like transformative, but it also can be used and weaponized and made to leave people feeling like empty and hopeless. And so that's what they're doing. They're taking sex, which is this inherently really good thing that helps connect us and bond us all in a way that's unfathomably intimate, and they're turning it into a product and a shellless, like heartless thing. That's what they're doing. And that doesn't mean that I think that you need to be like 100% in love with whoever you're sleeping with or whatever, but literally sex can be healing. Sex, like there is just, I don't know, there are so many different perspectives and takes that I have now over the years where I'm like, they're weaponizing the things that can be used as like healing. It's really, I don't know, it's really annoying. You know what I mean? I don't think so. As from what I heard, GTA 6 won't have full frontal nudity, as in no genitals. So the same stuff they've been doing up till now, just with more physics. Yeah, it's weird not to know at that age. Did you have friends? What do you mean? Like, I knew what sex was. I didn't know the details of it. I knew all the safety stuff I needed to know. But when I was 12, 13, my friends were shaming me. They're like, you've never watched porn? You don't watch porn, Sequoia? You don't? I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you 13 and you know about all this weird shit and you're telling me about all this weird shit? I didn't want to know. I wasn't ready. Guess what? I wasn't ready. I would have happily gone until I was probably 15 or 16 before learning intimate details about shit. I would have been okay with that because that's just the way I was. Like, I wasn't trying to race to grow up. At 12, 13, I still felt like a kid, and I'm like, wait, this is weird. What are you guys talking about? This is kind of uncomfy for me. I just want to go and play Barbies still, actually, and go ghost hunting. That's what I wanted to do at 12 and 13, but apparently other people had other stuff on the brain. Like, everyone grows and develops at their own pace, but I do think there is this, like, speed run, in a way, you know? There's this like speed run to grow up and learn all this stuff. And I'm like, oh, that's a little weird. Oh yes, children shouldn't have contact with this. We're taught about the birds and bees at 4 to 5, as young as 3. You're taught about like sex at 3, I'm actually concerned for you. At 4 to 5, I was learned about the no-no square. No, don't touch me there. This is my no-no square, okay? I was not taught what sex was. I was not, like, properly informed how babies were made. At 4 to 5 years old, I was taught about my own body parts, why they're important to keep private, why you don't let people, like, get into your note, like, all that stuff. But I was not taught the actual, like, do you know what I mean? Like, yes, when I was getting older, when I was 12, 13, I learned more about that, but that doesn't mean that I was learning, like, sexually explicit, like, detailed things. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's a level of you can educate kids on stuff without it being, like, I don't know. Everyone has a different way of doing it, but like you can educate people without it being like kids, without it being way more information than they need. And I think a lot of people were raised with a lot of information, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but also like there's stuff that I feel like I definitely didn't need to know that young. I don't think sexualization has anything to do with having children. Do you mean like the hypersexualization nowadays has anything to do with the lack of having children? I think it does. Because everything's hypersexualized, men don't trust women, women don't trust men. Men think that women are just going around having a million options, sleeping with whoever. Women think that men have a million options, just going around sleeping with whoever. So no one trusts each other or builds a strong enough connection in order to feel safe to want to have a family and want to have children. And a lot of that stems from the hypersexualization, because even if you're in a relationship and you guys both have social media, you're going to see your partner is going to see attractive women all the time. You're going to see attractive men on your social media all the time. And it starts to fuck with people's brains. And then people start to jump conclusions being like, oh my gosh, I'm not good enough. Oh my gosh, wait, that's a better option. And so everything has literally been set up, I think, to kind of fuck with us. And I do think that hypersexualization plays a big role in destroying men and women's trust in each other. And, affects their ability to just feel secure in each other because the way things are now in society. Which, don't get me wrong, there's always been trust issues between men and women and cheating and all that stuff. But I do think the more that we get into just seeing everyone sexy all the time, it does change stuff. Like in the 1960s, you're not just seeing half-naked women all the time everywhere. It was more so like the family agenda, like the family that was being used for the advertisements, or it's the stay-at-home wife, it's your husband, it's your, but now if you look at the advertisements, it's sexy man, sexy woman, individualism, which is kind of, it's like literally commercials, advertising subliminally shapes our subconscious. It shapes our subconscious. You know what I'm trying to say, right? We have sex education lessons too at school. It helps to be taught about stop things. Well, and that makes sense when you're in high school. Yeah. I mean, I had those talks when I was in high school too. I'm just saying when you're 12, 13, I mean, I will say there are some people that do stuff that young, and if you're doing that stuff that young, I'm actually concerned for you. And do you have some trauma? Like, I genuinely think people that are getting involved in actually doing stuff at an extremely young age, there is some unhealed trauma surrounding sex or being assaulted or something. Like, there's actually a surprising amount of stories I've heard from like people who have been taken advantage of at a very young age, like men and women, and by proxy it led to, like, that's the other thing, is like the hypersexualization of self, or the like prudence of self based off of how others treat you in society and if you're hypersexualized or not and things like that. Well, there's just loads of weird guys hungry for poom poom and willing to pay for it, and women who know they take to look good take advantage of that. There's no changing that unless every hitman is hired to get rid of them all. Hitman hit it too. Hit it before he takes it out. No, but actually, that's a crazy point, because I saw a guy, and I hate that he did this, but he took his own face and he AI generated it into the face of a woman, and he went and he asked, like, what was it? 100,000 men for $1, just for $1. 8,000 of them, he got ghosted by a lot of them didn't respond, but 8,000 of them sent him $1 or like a little bit more than that. This man managed to accumulate $8,000. This is what I don't understand, is if you are like an OnlyFans girl, you literally could just go and like, instead of using third party, just go and ask every single guy for $8. I was like, wait, I've never thought of that before, but that is the most insane move ever. And this guy's just randomly testing out his theory to see. And I'm like, holy shit, because it's only $1. Like, damn, that's honestly, I used to always just be like, just start a bikini car wash. Like, if you don't want third party taking your profit, just start a bikini car wash. Do you understand how much money you would make? It's mean they picked on you. I was kind of like that too. To be honest, I would play football all day, every day, and that's all I wanted to do. I'm not on about it. See, and it's just like, everyone's different, but at the same time too, it's kind of like, when you run into people like that, you're like, oh, wait, oh, this is happening? What about Barbies? What about Barbies? Ken hates my Rachel right now, apparently. I'm on about preschool and first grade. That's how young when you're taught about the birds and bees. Well, preschool and grade 1, that's when you're taught about your own body, but I don't think you need to be taught about sex then. I mean, you need to be taught about understanding when people are violating you and shit like that for sure, but I don't know. You should know by 13. I feel a lot of teen pregnancies could be avoided if are educated better. I think that parents just need to take it into their own hands and stop letting the school systems be the ones to teach their children this stuff. And then that way the parents can actually weed through what they think is appropriate for their own child to learn for their child's safety and what isn't. At the same time, if you're not getting any kind of education, then 100% they should like still be teaching it in the schools. But Stephen Hills, iSchool can be too late for some girls, I feel. Okay. But that right there is concerning. That is seriously concerning. If I had a daughter and she got pregnant at 12, I would actually cry. I'd be like, holy shit, honey. Like, what is the trauma? What did I fail you? Like, I failed you. I didn't, like, why did you get, like, in the sense that, like, if she was, like, assaulted or whatever, it's like, holy fuck. I needed to protect you more, but also if you're going out and doing that at 12, I'm like, where did you feel a void wasn't filled? Or where did you feel that you needed this thing that's like, you don't need it that young. Like, that's, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, that's scary. Oh, that is very scary. Theetech, how are you? Yeah, I saw that. $1. Lol, he's a genius. E-begging economics of scale. It's genius because it's like, it's just $1, dude. And you're like, oh, like and that's why I'm like, oh, for the grand price of getting to talk to me, $1. $1 drink salsa. What are you talking about? Right now, well, originally it started talking about the new Fortnite skins, and then it kind of transitioned into talking about hypersexualized society, and now we're kind of just talking about... it's like back and forth between that topic, but also talking about the guy who's been going around pretending to be a girl, asking like 100,000 men for $1, and like 8,000 of those men sent him $1, so he made $8,000. And just about how like that is such a better business strategy than OnlyFans. Like imagine in a month you do that and you manage to get like a $1 from 8,000 people like every week. That's like a full-time job, but also like, holy shit. This is why, no, it is honestly so true. What a jump of conversations. My brain goes all over the place. That's the best part, is I just don't stop my brain from anything. I don't self-censor. So sometimes we get on weird conversations, but I don't mean for them to be weird. You know what I mean? Like, I come at everything from like an analytical / like research kind of perspective standpoint. So even when we do get on weirder topics, it's not like I'm trying to make things weird. I'm literally just trying to circumnavigate and understand the different like people's societal understanding and upbringing of like things, I guess. Galaxy mind move. England has serious problem with teen births. Actually, I do know the England thing because I used to watch all the shows of like the teen pregnancies. It's so bad though because they get knocked up and then they get completely isolated and then their boyfriends are like way older than them, pieces of shit. Like they're like 20-year-olds getting like 14-year-olds pregnant, and then the 14-year-old is just isolated from anyone and everyone, and the boyfriend wants nothing to do with the baby. Like, that's not all the cases, but I have watched a lot of them, and I'm like, holy fuck, dude. Which, I actually have a really good parody video. I think you guys have seen this before. I think I've shown you guys this before. Oh, where is it? No! Lewis Spears, where is it? Fuck, he made a video. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Okay, maybe it's one of his more popular ones. Oh, this couple's ruining ASMR. Oh my gosh, that's literally just sex. What the fuck? What the shit? I used to love Lewis Spears. Okay, no. Where's your parody music video? Come on. I know it's here. 1 year ago, 8 years ago. Oh my gosh, his videos are all over the place. Lewis Spears, England. Haha! It's a music video. I really, come on! No! Where the fuck is... Oh, Straight Outta Frankston. Yes! Frankston. Yes! I got it. I found it. It actually didn't... This was 10 years ago. It didn't do that well, but holy shit, I found it. Average monthly salary on OnlyFans is $120. So wait, well, that's the other thing is women are lied to. Women are told that they can make passive income on it. Most people aren't making that much money on it at all. It's like the top earners are making a lot, but most people aren't earning much on it, and women are being lied to about it. And women aren't, I think, fully processing the full scale extent of like what doing something like that can entail, especially now too, since people are literally just making AI shit of whoever and whatever and starting stuff. It's like now all your content, it doesn't like everything's so flooded. Do you know what I mean? Serious problem with teen birth is linked through bad education system and bad parenting. We're the highest teen pregnancy rate in Europe. You know your stuff. I'm impressed. I think we both agree on the world's problems. We might just disagree on the little on solutions. And that's totally fair. See, this is why I just like talking openly, because I do feel like sometimes I get... Oh, no, wait, this is the one. I do feel like sometimes I get like... not misunderstood, but sometimes I don't come across in the way that I mean to when I'm like explaining stuff per se. And so it's good to just like openly talk and discuss with you guys about this stuff, because then not only do I get other perspectives, but I also get clarity on if what I'm saying is even coming across in the way that I intend for it to come across. Yeah, the top 1% take all of the money on OnlyFans. Yeah. Yep, and they rely on that 99% to keep people coming in through that door. And you know what? It's just like anything. That top 1%, it's not a coincidence. It's like anything in the world. If you have that many eyes on you, you're controlled. You either get on the bandwagon and you're controlled, or you hop off the boat and you ain't getting nothing. Like, I talked about it a little bit before, but that girl who'd always like swing the golf balls and talk about conspiracies... She did a Meta ad. She's 1.3 million followers now, and now she's partnered with Meta. After all of that. So, I don't know. I just really think that it's not a coincidence. I think that it's made to look like the illusion that like, oh my gosh, if you do OnlyFans, you can get here. But in reality, if you look at all the connections, who's paying for those girls' trips, who's paying for those girls' marketing and their budgets, like the ones that you see on TikTok or all over Snapchat and all that shit. It's the juice. It's the Zionists. Nah, I don't. At the same time, too, I don't like saying that because that like adds to the whole division mentality. But you know what I mean. It's a set of wealthy people that are intentionally helping create that marketing, creating that ad, creating that campaign, creating that illusion in a way. I mean, like, look at Clavicular. Look at all that shit that's coming out where he's directly tied to all of these suspicious, high, wealthy people. And it's like, oh, how do you blow up all of a sudden out of nothing? How can you afford all this shit, this lifestyle? Like, it's not a coincidence when these people pop up. It's like you join or you get got. That's what I believe, at least. On, like, all these things we see online. It's all, like, an illusion. It's like Hollywood. Hollywood doesn't have the same retention that it used to have. So now they've branched out and using, like, social media, OnlyFans, all of that. That's now their Hollywood. And so they need to keep the top 1% under their control so they control what, like, the narratives are, what people should be buying, what people should be avoiding, what people should be getting into, like, all of that stuff. OnlyFans equals Jewish slap. Yeah, that's the other thing. Isn't it owned? Isn't it literally owned? But at the same time, too, and me saying that, I don't think Jewish people are bad. Let me just fucking say that. There's one girl. I don't have her on social media anymore, and it makes me so sad. But she was Jewish, and she actually posted a lot about, like, kind of what it meant for her being Jewish and stuff. And it was really nice getting to see, like, that perspective, because I'm not someone who believes that just, like, oh, like, this religion is bad or that religion is bad. I more so stand with the belief of, like, there are people that will try to make certain religions or groups look bad, and it's not the whole fucking group. It's, like, again, the 1% of that group that's fucking it for everyone. You know what I mean? Most girls only get, like, 10 paying fans. That's the other thing, is when girls do this, they don't even realize who's paying for their shit. People discover that, like, their professors, their coworkers, even their own family members are wanting to see their naked body. That's concerning. It's like, no. No, you don't know who you're giving access to you. That's the thing. The ones with half a cap on the crown of their head are the ones to watch out for. Yeah, you mainly just hear about the success stories and big winners. It's like gambling. But the thing is that their success stories on how they got there aren't even true. You know what I mean? They'll be like, oh my gosh, they made it so big, but everyone always gatekeeps how they actually made it. They're like, oh, it was connections. Oh, it was fate. Oh, I was just walking and then I got picked up on the side of the road and a producer found me. And it's not like that. It's all networking connections. And it's not as it seems. And it's like, yes, you actually could have those connections and get into that industry and do all that as well. But the amount of stuff morally that you would kind of have to be sacrificing, depending on the type of person you are, would be a lot in order to maintain that position, in order to get to that point. Hollywood, just like what they used to make the magic wands, right? One of the good ones. That's a trope, by the way. Wait, what's a trope mean? Which I just think figurative or metaphor. Oh yeah, what, like I haven't heard trope in forever. Okay, this is the song that I wanted to play because the talking about the in the England how they have because kind of at the same time too, like, Freemasons are evolved, but again, it's like the 1% of the Freemasons, all that shit. We were talking about the teen pregnancies, so it made me think of this. This is how I found Lewis Spears, I'm pretty sure. 10 years ago. First time you gotta find me. What's $250 a week to a lad like me? Can you please remind me? Doll so long, that shit crazy. My girlfriend's 12 and she's got a baby. Baby bonus on the way, that's gravy. Fuck you, cunt, if you call me lazy. Doll so long, this shit's weird. Sit at home while I drink beer. Doll so long since I left school. Why the fuck would I pick up a tool? Psycho, I'm liable. This is just how I assumed all of those, like, dads in England who got their girls knocked up. This is them. Accurate. Referring to Jews. Oh, you're not supposed to say that, I mean. Oh, one of the good ones. Oh, I see. I haven't seen this guy in a while. If we were wanting to be politically correct. Where everyone is exactly the same as this couple. Okay, so it is accurate. Because I was like, you know what? This might be the most, like, realistic music video ever to exist ever. I kind of want to rip a little toke, you guys. I'm not gonna lie. Woo! Crack rock. Woo! It's the fucking the jacket. It's just so, I've watched so many of the teen pregnancy things. I've only been to the England once, but why is it so fucking like cause they, oh my god. They usually wear Burberry. They're called chavs. No, do you know who 100% would have been a chav from Skins? I think we already know Cook. Cook is 100% a fucking chaz. You cannot tell me that he ain't. You cannot tell me that he ain't. Oh, side character analysis? I don't want that. I just wanted a fun little clip. I just wanted a fun little clip. No, what is this? Why is it all TikTok? Why is it all TikTok? I could, this was his fate. Oh my gosh, wait, did I never finish it? I don't think I ever finished Skins. Oh my gosh, I don't think I ever finished Skins. No, he totally was though. That's crazy. That shit cray.
That ain't planned, excuse my French, but fuck you cunt. Collecting ciggy butts, Abbott ain't do it right. If you ask me, if I see him in person, he'll be like, don't bash me. What's Nike, my SJ? What's Polo, my killer? What's Pep, my dealer? Fresh jacket, you racket. Doctors say I'm the illest, cause I'm suffering from syphilis. Got my lads in Franger, and we've all got a ganger. It's all so long, motherfuckers wanna find me.
I used to actually like the original, the Kanye song, the Paris song, and so that's how I found this actually forever ago. Roadman just like, what is this? My drug dealer is this who I get my weed from? That sounds so fucking on point. I'll go in and get my weed and there's toddlers running around. I loved Skins. Skins is the best. I love Effie. I always wanted my Effie era in high school. Not like in the like bad like way, but in the like I don't give a fuck about anything way, but not in like a bad way. Didn't really happen. But I love Effie so much. She's like my inspiration. I wanted to dress up for her for so many Halloweens in a row, but I was like, no one would even know who I am. How do you even make an Effie costume? And everyone's like, oh my gosh, you're Effie Stoneham. You can't. She's just a whole embodiment of it. But, the actress who plays her, I can't remember her actual proper fucking name now. She came out and she literally said that Skins kind of fucked her up because she was so young. She was so young when she was like on Skins. She's came out and talked about it before because she's seen everyone's been romanticizing it on TikTok. And she's been like, guys, please. It was, please. Which is interesting to see. Which is interesting to hear. Season 1 to 3 were goated. That's fair. I remember I don't think I ever finished the very final season. You get to see some of the characters where they ended up like growing up in life, which I thought was really cool, but I don't think I ever finished it. But I love Effie so much. I had to watch the Effie episode and see what like happened to her life because I love her. I love her so fucking much. I love her. She has my heart forever and ever and ever. And ever. Love Skins, but not the Fortnite ones. Mama ching. I need a better sound effect noise. That sounds so fat. I had a big crush on her like most who watched. Oh, she's just the best. I loved her. And I loved, oh fuck, what's her name? Eating Disorder Girl. Damn it. What the fuck's her name? Why can't I remember it? Oh my gosh. Why? Oh my god. It's on the tip of my tongue and then it keeps disappearing. You know who I'm talking about, though. You 100... Cassie. Was it Cassie? Yeah, Cassie. I love Cassie and Effie. Those were my two favorite characters. Because, one, I really struggled with an eating disorder, so I really related to Cassie. And then, two, Effie's a fucking badass. And low-key, my whole life, I was always told I'm like a goody two-shoes, whatever the fuck. And then all of a sudden, I come out of the woodworks in high school, and I'm like doing all this shit, doing all this crazy shit. I didn't keep like a double life where my parents didn't know. Like my parents knew, but I was like, holy shit, you like raised the whole time being like the good girl and unassuming, and then it's like you get to actually go out into the woodworks, and you're like, I just want to smoke and drink and party. Yup. Oh yeah, she's in White Lotus now. I love that show. I've never heard of White Lotus before. White Lotus, an American black comedy drama anthology. Oh, written by Mike White. Oh! You need to watch White Lotus. It's goated. I keep having all these shows pop up on my my Instagram. And I screenshot them so I can remember them. Here are the ones that I've seen so far that popped up. Oh, Hostile from 2017. I don't know how I never heard of this movie before, but apparently it blends post-apocalyptic survival with psychological drama. I really want to watch it. It looks interesting, although I don't know if I'll actually like it once I watch it, but I want to watch it. And then the other one is, I've seen this one all the time, but I've never actually gotten around to watching it, which is the Junie collection. There is more. I thought there was more. I screenshot way too much shit. It's kind of weird. I got weird stuff I got screenshotted. Like, my comment's doing really well right now. The Vodka Mio water bottle one where teachers thought I was special, that one's doing really, really well. People love it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I love making a nice, solid comment. Typically, I try to screenshot my... Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, now I'm, like, kind of distracted doom scrolling literally through my own feed. Oh yeah, by the way, I took screenshots and saved all the information of that one guy in Vancouver who got put in a psych ward and then had to delete all his documents down. I have all his documents still because I knew they were going to do that, because I have firsthand had information, so much information, and then they took down the sites and you go on the Wayback Machine and you literally can't access the pages on the Wayback Machine, so now I save all my shit. I downloaded it. I printed off, which I'm probably going to have to print this off. He has, like, so much evidence, it's fucking insane, and I can't believe they were just like, gotta come on and delete that. All not suspicious in the least. You need to watch White Lotus, it's goated. Which, let me just add that to my list. I'm like, let me add it to my list. I should start a new notes. It kind of sucks that because I'm not on my old Google phone, my old Apple phone, I don't have my list of all my movies I've ever seen before. Actually, maybe I could. Hang on. Okay. Wait. Ooh, wait, maybe I can. Ooh, wait, maybe I can. Ooh, wait. Ooh, hang on. Wait 1 second. I'm now on Side Quest. That and Widow's Bay are only two shows I'm really into at the moment. Oh, and Knights of the Seven Kingdom. Why am I not getting a text notification? Oh, because I turned my texting notifications off. Oh, because I turned all my phone notifications off again. Because it stresses me out. Damn it. Guys, we have a problem. I have a bit of a problem in terms of me getting access to being able to freaking do work in the actual city. So the multiple issues right now are, one, apparently it's not so fucking easy to just book a long-term campsite in Vancouver in car camp. What the fuck? They, like, on the island, it's chill. It's chill like that. Like, even in the city, it's chill like that here. But on the mainland, it's not like that at all. They have all these rules where it makes it illegal to, like, sleep in your car. But I'm like, so what the fuck are you supposed to do if you're actually homeless but have a car? You're just fucked if you live on the mainland, I guess? So that's the first issue I've came into, which I didn't actually think would be an issue with the way people live nowadays, but apparently it is. And then the second issue is that my agency needs an address in the city. So I was like, oh, I'll just get a long-term campground and I'll use that address. It's not possible. So I'm kind of in a bit of a tricky situation again, where I want to get out of this place. I want to do the background acting in the city because that's where the consistent opportunities and work are. But every time I try to, like, jimmy rig an option or a route or try to, like, find a way, it gets trickier. Not giving up. I'm still gonna try. But, like, why is it like that? Why is it like that? Why can't people just start from the ground up? You know? Being homeless is illegal too? Well, it's not. That's the catch. Is supposedly it's not illegal to be homeless, and it's not technically illegal in Canada to car camp, but they use, like, bylaw loopholes in the city of Vancouver to stop people from being allowed to car camp. By being like, oh, you have to leave, like, you can only park for 2 hours, or you're not allowed to park on residential streets, or you have to leave once the businesses close. Stuff like that. So, like, it's technically not completely illegal for them to treat you like that, but it also kind of is illegal for them to treat you like that, but they use loopholes to get away with doing it. So that's really fucking annoying, because as a 24-year-old, with rent the way it is, with job opportunities the way they are, if I can't even be like, okay, I'm going to bite the bullet and just deal with the uncomfy for, like, a few months and hopefully get to a point where I can, like, afford something, you can't even start out like that. So what are young people supposed to do? Because I'm like, it's like, I want out of this town. Rent is way too expensive, dude. I can't afford $2,000 a month. And even if you have someone you're living with, then it's still like $800 to $900 a month, which is, like, a little bit better. It's like $1,000 a month or whatever. But then you need consistent work, and you can't just be doing, like, background work, you know, until I actually know how consistent the background work is in the city, because I know it's going to be a lot more consistent than it is here. I know that I will find a way to overcome these walls that keep getting put up, but it is kind of disheartening when I'm like, I'll just start from the bottom up, and then they're like, oh, you can't do that. So I'm like, okay, what are my other workarounds? What are my other options? I have seen some people, they book, like, long-term Airbnbs, but the problem is I can't use, like, an Airbnb address for casting. Because it's like, this address is only to link me up with casting gigs that are, like, in my area. So, yeah. I'll work on it. I'll figure it out. I will find some way. I know I will. It's meant to be. If it's meant to be, it'll, like, meant to be. Oh, wow. I just really wanted to see all the songs that I listened to. Didn't realize I had so many notes. TikTok ideas, people's phone numbers. Oh. Everything the masses collectively agree or believes becomes the future. Knowledge becomes the biggest struggle of power as the people fight, kill, brainwash, and program each other in order to stop events or drive events to happen. Well, that was Sequoia's consensus on March 19th, 2023. Everything the masses collectively agree or believes becomes the future, and knowledge becomes the biggest struggle of power as the people fight, kill, brainwash, and program each other in order to stop events or drive events to happen. That's actually, that kind of hits. My big three. Oh my gosh, there's the guy that's like the best person in the whole world who helped me be able to take my driving test. Bucket list? Oh my gosh. My bucket list. Why do you care about the rules when you're homeless? I mean, like, I'm not homeless, but like, if I am going to go do that, I don't want to do anything that inconveniences others or gets me in trouble. You know what I mean? A, B, and you guys know how to start a bonfire? Hey, Boredom Wells, how are you? It's good to see you. How you been doing? Wow, in 2017, I made a bucket list, and I'm just looking at it right now, and that's crazy. Say yes to everything for a day. Read an inspiring book. Reach 90 pounds. Talk to a guy you like. Go to a party. Holy shit. Post 2 hoe selfies? Get my L? Go to a concert? Lay in the road at 12 a.m.? What the fuck was 2017-year-old Sequoia wanting to endeavor on? Yeah, no, this is my bucket list. I kind of want to show you guys, but I also can't just straight up show you the visuals because apparently I have a million people's random ass phone numbers that I don't know who they are, like in my notes, right alongside my bucket list. That's actually crazy. That's so crazy. Movies to watch. I think I've already seen most of those. Things I know. Shows I've seen. Oh my gosh, here's my list of shows I've seen. Are we ready? Okay. This obviously isn't everything, but this is Wristcutter's A Love Story, The Last Unicorn, Mr. Nobody, Perks of Being a Wallflower, 28 Days Later, Pandemic, The Road, Zombieland, Safety Not Guaranteed, Cloverfield Lane, Boy in the Striped Pajamas, 400 Days, Silver Linings Playbook, Hick, The Host, The Theory of Everything, World War Z, Corpse Bride, Dark Shadows, The Nightmare Before Christmas, Edward Scissorhands, Sleepy Hollow, Beetlejuice, Sweeney Todd, 9, Daydream Nation, Ergo Proxy, Death Note, The Simpsons / the movie, Family Guy, Futurama, American Dad, Sword Art Online, Vampire Knight, The Fifth Wave, Gargantia, Seven Deadly Sins, Shaun of the Dead, Little Miss Sunshine, Harry Potter series, BoJack Horseman, Archer, Z Nation, fucking love you Z Nation, How I Met Your Mother, also 10K, You're a Baddie, Brickleberry, Chewing Gum, Pacific Heat, Lovesick, Stranger Things, Don't Trust the Bitch in Apartment 23, Drama World, Sam and Cat. Oh my gosh, it's Ghost World. It's Ghost World with the one with the kids. Yeah, it's Ghost World where they do the record thing. That one's kind of weird. Drama World, Sam and Cat, iCarly, Orange is the New Black, Totally Spies, Littlest Pet Shop, H2O, Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, Pride and Prejudice, My Little Pony, Fred. Oh my gosh, did anyone watch all the Fred movies? Pirates of the Caribbean series, Night of the Comet, Totally Spies, The Ridiculous Six, Merlin, Steampunked, The Resort with like a Z, because I guess it's a zombie movie. Warm Bodies, Independence Day Resurgence, Victor Frankenstein, Johnny Test, Very Good Girls. Apparently I deemed Very Good Girls as the best romance. What the fuck is Very Good Girls about? Oh my gosh, I ranked Very Good Girls as like my top romance. Ew. Okay. Palo Alto, The First Time. Oh my gosh, because that one had Dylan O'Brien and I loved Dylan O'Brien. Skins, Left Behind, Knowing, This Is the End, 6 Years, A Light Beneath Their Feet, The Submarine Kid, The Spectacular Now, In Your Eyes, It's Kind of a Funny Story, The Way, Way Back, Miss Meadows, Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates, The Accidental Husband, The Scout, or About Scout, Accepted, Night of the Living Deb, The OWA, Black Mirror, American Ultra, Before Everything Before Us, Z for Zachariah. Apparently, I thought that movie was really good as well. The Cobbler, Sleeping Beauty, The Curse, My Mad Fat Diary, 90210, Saving Private Ryan, The Book Thief, Daybreakers, Interstellar, Shutter Island, The Mechanist, Triple Dog, Butter, 50-50. What the fuck is Triple Dog? What the fuck is Butter? Triple Dog is a 2010 Canadian drama film. On a one night of sleepover, a group of teenagers ventures out in a competitive game of challenging dares. Oh, wait, what the fuck's Butter? Butter is a 2011 independent comedy film. Oh, it's the butter sculpting movie. 50-50, S. Darko, Stranger Things, Circle, Time Lapse, Good Will Hunting, The Martian, Inception, The Big Short, Rick and Morty? You mean Rick and Morty. Donnie Darko, Split, The Craft, The Finest Hour, Bones. 13, How to Get Away with Murder, The Discovery, Stranger Than Fiction, Moana, Sandy Wexler, Lone Survivor, Outlander, Sandcastle, Girl Boss, The Midnight After, Office Space, 7 Psychopaths. The Family, Deepwater Horizon, My Little Lover, Blame, Unbreakable Kimmy holy fucking shit, it goes on and on. I don't think I can even, I'm not even gonna keep going. I'm not even gonna keep going. I am just stopping it there. But yeah, I used to keep track of every single fucking movie I ever seen ever. And I would try to continue to keep the list going because I'm like, oh my gosh, it'd be so cool one day if I could like look back at every single film I've ever seen and have it rated and ranked. That's not happening. That's not happening because that's so little. Bucket List is a good movie, by the way, with Jack Nicklaus. I'm pretty sure I have seen Bucket List before. It's like the two old gentlemen, right? Doing the stuff before they die. I have a bucket list of my own, actually. Item 1 on the list is to obtain maybe a cylinder-shaped object with a sort of handle in which I might be able to transport water with therein. Not sure what such item might be called or where to begin to look. You know what, Boredom Swells? I think there's a good chance that you might stumble across just what you need one of these days, and it's gonna be fate. Never watched Fred in my life. Did you guys ever watch Fred when he was an internet sensation? These movies. You guys never watched Fred? No? That's just a me thing? This is a me thing. Okay. Well, get ready. Get ready! This was my childhood. I think he was in iCarly. He was a YouTube personality.
If I'm getting food in my body, then there's gonna be no blood in my head, and then my head might fall because there's no blood in it.
When the girl next door
That's Judy. She's my girlfriend.
Boys, quit staring.
moves away,
She's gone. Somebody call 911.
This line is for emergency.
See, I miss this day. I miss these days of the internet because Fred was an internet personality, okay, on YouTube. Where is Fred now? I wonder.
Fred's biggest adventure ever begins.
Here I come, Judy. Ow. Ow. I gotta get this Judy down. Oh my damn.
He just spazzes. He's a spaz.
Starring Jeanette McCurdy from iCarly.
You want to try something cool? Pretty fun, isn't it?
It's really fun.
I think they featured him in an iCarly episode.
UK pop sensation Pixie Lott.
I brought you a gift, Judy.
Squirrel. I love squirrel.
WWE superstar John Cena. Been kidnapped.
Judy!
By kidnappers.
I forgot. He like pretends that John Cena is his dad because he doesn't know who his dad is. So anytime he's like going on these adventures, he'll just be like, Dad! It's just John Cena. Okay, yeah, well, there's a little bit of... Wait, Sequoia, you're that old? JK. Resting Cat, hi, how are you? Fred is OG YouTuber back, 2008. Yeah! Yeah, he is! The best days of YouTube. Hey, I may have only been... How old was I? 4 years old? Wait, let me do the math. 2002... 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006, 2007. I was 6 years old. But here's the thing. I did homeschool school. So even though most people didn't really have personalized like computers, at least in the town I lived in, because I went to homeschool school, you had to rent out dinosaur computers. Like me and my sister had our own personal computers when we were kids growing up, because for homeschool school, they didn't have laptops. You'd have to rent out the dinosaur computers, and then you rent them, and then you set them up at home for the year, and then you have them, and they're supposed to be like only for schooling. But obviously me and my sister would play like cool math games or go on YouTube on them. So I guess I did have a computer growing up as a kid, but it was a school issued computer. So I was 20 in 2008. I was 6 years old, so, you know, I was just starting to learn about the internet. Not that I even, like, really fully remember fucking internet access. I never was, like, I'm pretty sure the only times I was on it was, like, for schooling, and then they'd be like, okay, you can go on Girls Go Games or Cool Maths or, like, YouTubes. Grandpa Chatter here. Boomer Chatter here. Dinosaur computer? Yeah, I call them dinosaur computers because, wait, what? The big boxy ones here. We call them dinosaur computers. At least that's what we referred to them as. Oh my gosh, okay, well, we called them dinosaur computers. They're like these. They were these ones. They're like these ones. I call them dinosaurs because they ancient. And even when I was a kid, like, I don't know. They were pretty old for the time, too. Like, it was a much older system than probably what was... Like, you know, because it was a school computer. It's not like they're going to have the latest and greatest. It was just so you could do your work. Oh, like old. Yeah. Where yeah. And you'd have, like when everything came on CDs. Like when everything came on CDs that you, like, purchased. So, like, you could get, like, typing games or you could get, like, editing software. And you buy the CDs and you put them in... I used to play, there was so many of these, like, childhood weird educational games I'd play all the time. Yeah, okay, it's already 10:30. ZX Spectrum is a pre-dinosaur beast. What's the ZX Spectrum? Wait, what is this? Is that the whole computer? Or is it just the keyboard? Or, like, I'm so confused. Compact, affordable, and friendly user-friendly. Huh. Mom's calling. Oh, fuck me. She'd be like, are you coming by today at all? Hello? Hi.
I'm just going to grab my
Okay. I don't think so. I'm gonna head over in a minute here. I'm just getting everything together. Okay. Bye. Our schedules just do not line up. My mom's been going away, like, for the past couple weekends, and now I actually have stuff today at 1 p.m. And then she'd be like, oh, you have stuff. I'm like, yes, but I'm still coming, and we're going to get as much done as possible. Just connect a TV. Oh, wait, what the fuck? Really? Oh, holy shit. So it's like connect. I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't even know that was a thing. That's actually way cool. Why don't they make stuff like that instead of everything is its own device? You know what I mean? Just one monitor and then it's like, oh, this is the PC. Oh, now we're just watching movies. I don't know. You know what I mean though. So if you think CDs are old, what about cassette tapes as storage? I grew up with cassette tapes. My dad's truck had a cassette tape player. We'd listen to cassette tapes all the time. I don't even know if it had a CD player. I grew up with cassette tapes. Although I did have my own CD player in my bedroom. I was cool like that. I had my own CD player. It was pink. But it's data storage, not audio. Oh, see, I never was really on computers. Because, like, I only ever used computers for schooling, and it's not like you filled out your assignments online. Like, it was all paper. But, like, for research purposes. I grew up researching on the internet, and then, you know. So, I never really... And then I didn't actually have access to my first, like, actual device until I was, like, 13. I think I got my own phone. Or an iPad or something. I still have old stuff like cassette players, VCRs, reel-to-reel machines, vinyl players. I'm a big gearhead. Honestly, it's fucking worth keeping that stuff. It is worth keeping that stuff and keeping it maintained and usable because I feel like a lot of older media sounds better than modern media. Like, I think modern speakers kind of suck and make shit sound like ass, like digital media files. Like, do you know what I mean? Like digital audio files and stuff. Like on the modern systems. I don't know. I really love how like my record player music sounds, and it actually has a built-in cassette tape in it, so I could technically go to my way to get cassettes as well and not just use it for records. Nah, new stuff sounds better. It's a nostalgic factor. I guess it personally depends what you think better is. I think better is being able to hear the instrument the way it's supposed to be heard by our human ears versus being channeled through all these things in order to give us the most purest noise, if that makes sense. Like, there is a nostalgic factor, but for me, I think that the sound of like record is calming. Like, you could give me any song I listen to on my phone and in record form, and it would be a lot more calming than listening through it on the digital technology. Which, like, yeah, maybe that definitely is a little bit nostalgia, but it's also just like they remaster stuff and modify stuff to make it superior now, which I don't actually, to me, that's not where the superiority, I guess, stems from when listening to music. I spent thousands on headphones alone. Vinyl and cassette can sound great, but you're going to be spending thousands upon thousands for the top gear, like diamond needles and ish. Streaming music, like, you just need a good sound system. That's fair. That's fair. I think I just like the idea of, like, you know, not the modern pop song records or cassettes, but it's just like the idea of sorry, wow. The idea of it being listened to in the format that it was created at the time it was created in the way it was meant to be listened to, I guess. Because remastered stuff just don't hit the same, and a lot of stuff just don't hit the same listening. Like, if it's older music, I don't know. Like Moon River by Audrey Hepburn would probably go really fucking hard on the cassette player, but I feel like modern phones do a bad job at actually, like, filtering through the natural crackliness of the older music. I don't know. Okay, I do actually really need to leave though, because it's already 11, and I have to. This doesn't even make sense anymore. It's already almost 11, but there's like the birthday thingy that I was gonna go to at 1. So I'd be driving all the way across town, and I'll get there like 11:20, and then I'll have like 30 minutes before I have to go back home because I gotta go get changed and get ready. I might call my mom and I might see what she's doing this afternoon, because that makes more sense, because now I'm in this window where if I leave now, I have to come right back home. But I'm gonna hop off here and go figure it out and make the calls, I guess, because I just don't want to drive back and forth a whole bunch. I guess if I drive myself to the thing, then I could just drive myself after, but I'll figure it out. All right, it was good getting to hang out and chat and powwow. All that good stuff. I'm surprised I didn't smoke weed at all. A minute and 30 seconds and no toke? That's crazy. And we even listened to like a song that I was like, oh my god, I really want to rub a toke to this song right now. Holy shit. Okay. Well, I will talk to you guys later. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day / evening, depending what time it is for you. And I will talk to you guys soon.